Hello everybody! Sunday Funday is here once again, and we are of course talking about like the only movie that doesn't involve underpants that came out this weekend, and that is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
Yeah. I was
waiting for me
expecting that. Yeah, I was like, okay, is Megan do it or am I gonna have to do the honors? Yes, we are talking about the big DC Universe movie that everybody's loving, like it's one of the greatest superhero movies. That is, Zeus's opinion about that. But truly and honestly, I'm going to take a little bit of the reins real quick and just say,
Gonna already go off on your rant.
oh, not even a rant. I'm just gonna say I don't agree that this is the best, or it is the best DC Universe movie. It is not one of the best comic book movies, but it is a good, competent, fairly decent, if fairly almost generic, superhero movie. It's not super generic. I mean, there's some interesting.
Kind of she defeated the bad guy with the you kind of saw that coming. And
yeah, I'll just let y'all know she defeats the bad guy with the power of love. I'm not gonna tell you who the bad guy is, but it's the power of love. But
only tell them like who it is, not like who they're posing as.
Yeah.
It's like who they're played by, like.
Yeah. Though I will say I don't find it as corny as in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, whenever Freddy is literally defeated by the power of love. It's like, why'd you be in with Huey Lewis in the news? How? That's how that works. No.
Yeah, I was just having like, this movie didn't suck.
Yeah.
They should do Wonder Woman pretty recently.
Yeah. She still has the... I'm still a little uncertain about Gail. I think her name is actually pronounced Gadot, not Godot, because Godot would be the French way of pronouncing it, and she's not French.
I know she's Israeli and
Lebanese government. Hezbollah.
Made a big deal about that. I was like, who cares? The character herself is not Israeli, so what the fuck does it matter?
It's because Hezbollah. Okay, I'm gonna go on a small little political thing. Yeah. Hezbollah controls Lebanon in all essence. They try to say, no, we don't control. I don't know what that accent is, but that's Lebanon for you. But they try to say that they don't. They do. They control every little bit, and they're controlled by Iran, who hates Israel because the Iranians are fucking nuts.
And Iran
ran so far away that we don't have sanity. Yeah, that's your brief little thing about it. In the Lebanese government pretty much are kowtowing to Hezbollah. Hezbollah, la 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 la. Gonna make fun of them, make them like Cobra. If only there was as inept as Cobra. Oh, so what else did you think about this movie? I know you seem to like it, but
what did I like about it?
Yeah, what did you enjoy about the movie? Zeus does not have any of it tonight. He does not want to hear shit about it.
It's kind of been storming all weekend.
Yeah.
It flooded on Friday.
It hailed on Friday, and how my truck did not get absolutely peppered, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like only a little bit. Like
on yours.
Yeah, on spring on my car.
And okay, just to let y'all know about where we live in relations to each other. Megan lives, I think I figured it out if I want to go by how the bird flies. It's like 2.5 miles. Driving distance is about 3.5 maybe.
I was like, we're in like kind of different parts of town. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to get over from my house.
Stoplights and how willing you are to listen to cops.
And just how slow everyone's driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on how bad traffic is, really.
Yeah. And it hailed here. Like, solidly. And it was big ass hail.
Yeah, like a little bit, like, maybe a little bit bigger than pea size, but it's like, it's that big. It's like, holy shit.
Here, it did a lot worse. It was not good. It was hell on earth. Yeah,
so me sighing.
Yeah, y'all are gonna hear thunder throughout the whole video, probably in the background and everything. Sorry, y'all. I would cut it out, but I had to cut out a lot of weird audio. That's gonna make it sound funny. But
and if you're only coming from indoors, don't worry, it's just me. I'm like not really eating anything today except for a little bag of organic gummy bears.
Organic gummy bears, the best of organic stuff. So, what exactly did you like about Wonder Woman?
Well, I liked, of course, she was badass. Like, disarm people, like, left and right, like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't come at me? What?
Come at me, bro.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But I like, it made sense that she's naive. I mean, she only knows what she grew up with and what she was told as a kid. You know, growing up on this island of Amazons, you know, cut off from the rest of the world, obviously.
From Themyscira. Of course, they kind of play with the lore a little bit, but not in any bad way. The only bad way some people might disagree with is who it turns out is... Okay, I'm going to spoil a little bit. You learn that Diana is the son of a god.
Or daughter?
Or, yeah, daughter of a god. Son.
I was like, wrong parts. Wrong parts.
Damn it. Yeah, you learn that Diana is the daughter of a god. I won't say who, just to help add a mystery and intrigue. And honestly, it's... A lot of people are like me, we don't care for that. We don't mind her being molded out of clay and being given life by Zeus. Or by the gods. No, that's from the original comic books. Actually, originally Zeus gave her life, then they retconned it. I think they made Hera originally give her life. Yeah. Then they, I think, retconned it again and made it, who's the huntress? What's her name? I'm going blank on her name.
Artemis?
Artemis, there we go. Then I think they said Artemis gave her life at one point. They retcon Wonder Woman's backstory so much in DC Comics, it's really hard to give her a set backstory. So I am happy that
they pretty much just gave away who her father is.
No, I didn't. That's what she was constantly being told throughout her life, was that she was given birth from being molded from clay, and Zeus struck it with lightning, and supposedly that was how Wonder Woman was born. Of course, we learned that's not true.
It is, to an extent. It just... I'll explain it to you. I know you kept dozing off.
No, I understood what it was. I dozed off for like a couple of minutes. Sorry, I haven't slept real good, so I will randomly doze off for a minute. But this one, thanks for some reason, I slept the entire movie.
You didn't sleep the entire movie, I'll grant you that. But it's like you kept like dozing off. Like
I would doze off in a minute. I do one of these.
Like you dozed off a little bit during the big fight at the end.
To be fair, the fight, it's kind of generic. It's a fight you've seen before. Not only that, it doesn't help the main bad guy. He's not interesting at all. He's
not very intimidating, though. He does have a bit of a point.
Like, he's powerful, but it's just because he shows off power, and other than that, we don't care. He barely has a backstory. He's barely there. He's not an intimidative threat. It's not like Thanos throughout Guardians of the Galaxy or any of the other movies where he feels like a permeating threat, just constant looming danger. Instead, they constantly mention him like they're trying to build that kind of mystery, that intrigue. He doesn't live up to that. He never really gives off that vibe. It doesn't help, you really don't know who the main bad guy is till the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's this red herring, and honestly, it's kind of like that. It's almost comically villainous. Villainesque, I should say.
Yeah, I'm feeling it's like, okay, that's not going to be him, because it's going to be like... Because it's not going to be over even after she does what she needs to do.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll just saw lights go.
I am trying so hard not to spoil this movie.
Yeah, we'll try not to spoil this movie too much. I will just say, like I said, the final fight, it's a bit of a letdown, mostly just because of the main villain, and it's... I like Dragon Ball Z fights. I don't know why I don't really want to see them in my movies. This is pretty much a Dragon Ball Z fight.
Just,
yeah, pretty much you expect her to just call me? What the hell? Where'd you learn the turtle wave? Kamehameha. It's actually a turtle. That's what that means. That's why it's called the turtle wave. Or Kamehameha is turtle wave.
Got it.
Yeah.
Notification thing.
Yeah. Or, no, I just really, I don't know why I don't want to see that in my movies. Especially, I guess I don't want to see it in my Wonder Woman movies. Like, if they did that in Dragon Ball Z, a Dragon Ball Z live action movie, I wouldn't have too many issues with it.
Obviously.
But I don't know, it feels a little weird in a Wonder Woman movie. It just feels a little odd. It's like,
well, to be fair, they do have these powers.
They kind of come the fuck out of nowhere. Like, they explain that Wonder Woman is, pretty much she's a god.
Yeah.
Though, I don't know who her mother is. Hippolyta?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, I thought she was actually just dropped off there.
Well, yeah, that's what he said, and then, her father dropped her off.
Well, because then she wouldn't be a god, she'd be a demigod.
Yeah.
That's a weird...
Yeah, but, like, obviously it works that she's a god. She has enough powers that she's a god. Enough... Rawr.
Grrr, dink. Funniest damn thing ever. Yeah. If I can, though... Did you want to say anything more good about this movie? Because I was about to go into some of the problems I had with the movie. Beyond the obvious Dragon Ball Z fight at the end.
I would say, like, some of the fights were pretty awesome. Like, that one fight at the beginning with the Germans and the Amazons.
Oh, the beach storm sequence.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty badass. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, this is awesome. Seeing a bunch of women just being badass. Like, oh... My dreams have come true. My wet dreams have come true.
Not only that, but it actually used slow motion in a good way.
Yeah.
And that it slowed it down because otherwise this fight would have been really chaotic and really hard to see what's going on.
Like, just everybody doing their own thing, just...
Yeah, but instead, so I was like, oh, okay, now we can see the acrobatics and all that that are being displayed in front of us.
Yeah, and them just kind of spinning in the air and just... doing
being
that.
Cool.
It's like, yeah, just like, it really awesome looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's really badass. Like, I like some of the fights. The end fight scene went a little long. I'll grade to that.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
It's like, hurry up, defeat this jackass. Like, we know you're gonna.
It doesn't help. He's a very soft-spoken kind of person, guy. I'll just go ahead and say he. It's a he that she's fighting.
Yes, but still, it's like...
I was just saying, it's like, whenever you expect a villain, I mean... It's part of my problems I had with Apocalypse. He was a little too soft-spoken, and I really wanted some, like, distortion in his voice, Maybe, like, they layered his voice in different, if they did it audio-wise, have one slower layer, one faster layer, so that way his voice sounds very otherworldly. Instead, it sounds like a normal dude talking to you. And, unfortunately, not intimidative. It's not like if Samuel Jackson was sitting there and he was, I'm a girl, bitch. I don't know why. That was more like making fun of Samuel Jackson there. But yeah, it's like, it's not that or, it's just like. But you were going to say. I digress.
Yeah, I like some of the fight scenes. I thought the music was pretty on point.
That's because they used the score again, the Wonder Woman, where it's pretty much like 78 violins just sitting there going like mad. It's like, all right.
I would say it was very epic and inspiring when it needed to be. It was very kind of sad when it needed to be, and kind of lighthearted, almost comedic when there was a
lighthearted comedic.
Part coming up, and it's like it was just right on point and just tugged at my heartstrings a little bit at certain points.
Was an Alien Covenant where that music was actually kind of distracting. Whenever sometimes like, okay, this is actually supposed to be like a rougher scene, and this music sounds almost lighthearted. I started noticing because I couldn't pay attention to the movie at all.
I didn't pay attention to the music in Alien Covenant. I was just like, I am so lost. I don't care about these people. What the hell is going on? Can we just...
What planet are we on?
It's like, is this over yet? That's what I was worried about. It's like just focusing on the story and trying to keep up, and it's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm sorry.
I didn't care either. You ain't the only one.
I didn't feel like such a horrible person for not caring all those people are dying.
Yeah, it's just one of those, a lot of times you saw me when people were dying, I was going, I don't care.
I don't know, one lady just before she died, slipping in blood.
That was the funniest damn thing still ever.
No, are you?
I don't feel bad. I know a guy from my work that laughed at that scene too. But
yeah, the fight was good, and music was good. Wonder Woman was pretty awesome. Like I said, it fit that she was naive. You know, especially with regards to our world. You know, but still also kind of badass. It's like, it totally fit. It totally worked.
I say I hear a butt coming.
Well, I was just gonna say, it's like, her love interest,
Chris Pine, surprise! It's the guy that's in the comic books that also was her love interest.
I'm just let you know, it doesn't really go anywhere. I won't tell you why.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Beyond the fact that obviously he wasn't going to live from 1918 all the way to 2016.
Yeah, because she's damn near immortal. Yeah,
they are immortal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it kind of explains like why in World War II she looks the same as she does in the future, in the present.
World War One.
Oh, World War II.
1918 was World War One.
Oh.
1939 was the start. Yes.
Did it say that it was 1918?
It was, yes, they said this numerous times. They also called it the war to end all wars. That was the Great War, World War One.
I thought that would refer to
and that's the reason why I also didn't have the Nazi flag anywhere. Why they were called Nazis. I think I just blew Megan's mind because she has no idea about history.
I was wondering why there's no references to Hitler.
Yeah, because Hitler wasn't... He was a soldier at the time.
Well, I know, but I was like, okay, it just...
No, Hitler was actually a soldier that fought in World War II.
Yeah, because they kept referring to the Kaiser. It's like, okay, yeah, I guess that was one thing they referred to. It's like, no, that's what they... What? No.
It's Kaiser Wilhelm. That was the leader of the German Empire at the time.
Yeah, Hitler was called the Fuhrer. I should have realized this.
Or as Chancellor, at least.
Oh my god, I'm so ignorant of history.
I am so glad we got this on camera. This is actually pretty awesome.
Why is that?
Because we have Megan's complete and utter understanding of anything about history.
Oh, well, I was saying, like, Germans, like, okay, World War II.
Germans were involved in World War One. They were technically one of the main antagonists, the reason why the British got into the war, because instead of the Germans going through France through their mutual border, they went through Belgium.
Yeah, I forget who the hell we were fighting during World War One. I just know it got started because this one Archduke was assassinated.
Archduke Ferdinand.
I know, Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah. He got shot and then blown up. It was the most overkill anybody could ever do.
Yeah, he was assassinated, and somehow that started the whole thing. Because he was like a... He was
the next in line to the Austro-Hungary Empire. He was the next in line for the throne. Yeah. I was trying to say Austro, but it was one to make it Austria. It's not. It's Austro. Alright. Quick rundown for Megan. Alright. The guy who assassinated him. Technically Serbia, or the Serbian Empire at the time.
Oh, damn Serbians, never up to any good.
I wouldn't say out loud, they're kind of insane. But they had broken away and they were granted their pretty much freedom and all that from the Austro-Hungary Empire. Mm-hmm. The guy who killed Archduke Ferdinand, he wanted Bosnia to be free. But he was also a Serb. So they blamed it on Serbia. Serbia said, we got friends called France and Russia.
I was about to say, like, how did we get into this little thing?
Oh, we still got 3 years before America gets into the war.
It's like, oh, France, and get into it. It's like, I guess from there it's easy for us to, for United Kingdom and...
Nope.
Be pulled into it.
Originally, Italy was part of the Triple Alliance, I believe is what it was called. It was either the Triple Alliance or Triple Detente. And I can't remember which is which. Sorry, I flip them sometimes. But Italy was supposed to side with Germany and Austria-Hungary. Italy said, screw you, we're going to do whatever we want. Tried to invade Austria-Hungary. Germany went to war with Russia and France. But they actually had the smart idea that they were going to invade France through Belgium. The United Kingdom said, screw you, don't do that. If you do that, we invade you. Well, guess what happened? Now, America sat still and didn't do anything till constantly their ships were getting raided and sunk. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Lusitania, I believe is what it's called.
Lusitania?
Yeah. A famous ship sunk by German U-boats. And supposedly they're like, oh, well, we're getting tired of this and blah, blah, blah. And then there's also the Maximilian letters that supposedly Germany communicated with Mexico and UK intercepted it. And it was Germany trying to work with Mexico to see if they would supply them with weapons and arms if they would invade the United States and keep them out of the war. The United States said, oh, we're going to join with the UK and all that to help keep that from happening. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that believe that the Maximilian letters were completely false. I don't know. I ain't seen the bitches.
So, basically, World War I was really stupid. Like
yes, World War I got started for the stupidest reasons in the world and ended with millions of dead people.
I mean, at least World War II, at least there was, you know...
World War II was a grudge match is what it was, and that's the reason why it was the bloodiest of all the wars we've ever had.
So at least there was sort of a point behind World War II. World War I had no points. Like, that was so dumb.
It's the reason why alliances have tried to be downplayed more over time. Like, that's the reason why some people wish to discard NATO. Sorry, people, this is getting a little political. People want to discard NATO because they don't want it to end up being like one country does this, we all invade them, and they have an alliance, and then World War III starts out. That's neither here nor there because that's a whole other can of worms. Stupid that I'm not getting into.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like a bunch of kids on the playground, like trying to gather as many kids as they can. It's like, okay, you attack me, and all my friends, like, we're gonna come at you.
Yes, that's exactly
it's like, that's pretty much what it is. Like, everybody trying to gather as many friends, like hoping they outnumber other people's friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is...
Yeah.
The world is so fucking childish.
You just realized
No,
this?
it's just... Like, when you boil it down like that, it's like, oh my god, if you really think about it, the world is so fucking childish. Like, get over it, you big bunch of babies. And I'm saying that to our own country, too. It's like, everybody needs to shut up and sit down. Just go about your business. Whatever.
Go about your business.
Go about your business.
Man got some redneck in on that.
I said business. There was an S in there.
Business.
There was an S in there.
Sure it was. So, you were going to say something before I had to educate you a little bit about history.
I don't even remember what I was going to say.
I don't either, because you were talking about World War II, and I was like, wait, what?
I was like, oh, yeah.
That's a World War I. It actually surprises me you don't even know when the war started.
Well, I know when the war started.
When did World War II start?
World War II, 1939 to 1945.
I thought you were going to start getting picky.
I would say World War I was 1914 to 1918. That I know.
So, yeah, they said 1918 about 17,000 times. And also
When
they kept talking about
sign?
the armistice.
Armistice?
Armistice. I say that because I keep thinking of the stupid song done by, what's the hell's the name of that group? That our beds are burning.
Midnight Oil?
Yeah, Midnight Oil. And they pronounce it Armistice Day. It's a very Australian song.
Alrighty.
I don't know, I've got as political as I usually will get in these videos.
But yeah, what I was saying, yeah, it kind of explains why Wonder Woman looks the same as she did during World War I as she does in the present day. That's all I was saying.
And also, that's the reason why obviously Chris Pine is not around. He'd be an old booger at that point. He'd be shooting near over 100 years old. Because he's obviously like, let's say 20 or so.
I feel like you are baiting me to try and get me to spoil some of this stuff.
I'm not doing anything. Oh, so any more you want to say about the movie?
Well, I was just going to say about the love interest is that he was a decent guy. I liked him. You know, he was a likable character.
He came out of nowhere.
Well, I just feel like, you know, there was like a bit of a backstory. Like, there was a little bit of a story here with this guy, and like we never really get it. And it's like,
here's the bad thing: they would have had to completely create it. I can't remember his name.
Steve Trevor.
Yeah, Steve Trevor. I hate that he has two first names for his name.
He's got a first name for a last name.
Mm-hmm. But Steve Trevor was kind of a wet blanket and just a random dude that just showed up on Themyscira in the original comic books. Appeared, gave Wonder Woman a reason to want to leave, or technically some had it to where he fathered Wonder Woman. Just depends upon what continuity you want to read. But yeah, he kind of spurred her on, not spurred, wrong word. Mm-hmm. But he spurred her on to want to, you know, join with the man world. And let's just be honest, like, that's pretty much all he did.
Yeah.
Steve Trevor was not a very fleshed out character, so I guess that's the problem. They didn't have a whole lot of material to flesh him out with. Not trying to excuse, just
well,
saying.
they kind of like hinted at some of his background. They just didn't really delve into it.
Unless they hinted as he was a spy.
Well, you mentioned something about, it's like, well, I tried doing nothing for years and then...
That's kind of a play upon the fact of America didn't join World War I until 1917. I think that's what that's more speaking of.
And also, like, he seemed to be hinting that, okay, this, you know, moral, upstanding person you see before you, I was not always this good.
I think that's just because you want to give him some kind of a characterization. Because other than that, he wasn't
really well developed.
He's a one-dimensional character.
As he could have been.
He was funny, he was charming, but that's about
above average. It's like, talking about pee-pee.
Yeah, talking about his wee-wee.
Hey, woo-woo.
No, woo-woos are cops. But, so, any other problems you had with the movie?
No, that's it.
Well, yeah, my problems are similar to Megan's. Again, like I've already said, it's a good movie. It's fairly good. It has its flaws. A very unworrying villain that you don't give a shit about. Like, he appears, does stuff, done. Like, I don't need this kind of a villain. I want a villain that feels like he's in the background and actually manipulating things. Like, they say he is. Like, I bet you get, like, one thing he does. And even then, it's like, wait, that's it? Mm-hmm. Really? So, he's not an interesting villain. He's fairly forgettable.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem like what they're trying to make him.
Yeah.
To me, it's like...
And again, they're trying to do that. He's like, well, I'm just misunderstood. But...
Yeah, just trying to show the other gods the...
other ways.
Or seems like mankind not all it's cracked up to be.
Mm-hmm. And it just ends up being like he's kind of just a whiny bitch. It's really what it feels like. He's a whiny bitch.
Well, he didn't really feel whiny to me. Like I said, it seemed like he felt like he had some points.
He was forgettable to me. I'm like, oh, that's the villain.
Yeah.
Cool. The action, for the most part, is actually really good. The most famous scene that almost got cut was the No Man Land scene.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for what it is, but I don't know. Wonder Woman does do some heroic stuff, but I never felt like she was living up to the potential of what I know Wonder Woman is capable of. It feels like they are never certain of quite what her power set is. That's an issue all writers have, because Wonder Woman is supposed to have the strength pretty much of Superman.
Yeah. And
also to be almost just as fast.
I mean, she lifts up tanks a couple times.
Yeah, like she does some like really cool things, but
or bust through buildings.
Yeah, it really just feels like, alright, you could use her to end the war in all essence, but then also doesn't help the war technically is trying to end. And it feels like they're missing something. It's like, I feel like this really should be in the middle of the war or something. But instead, they have to put it near the end of the war, so that way, stuff. And not only that, I guess...
Give their own take on how the war ended.
Yeah. But even then, at least with Captain America, because this is what the biggest comparisons are with it, it feels like a letdown. Like, Captain America, I thought, did a lot better job of actually showing Captain America being badass, using his powers to the most that he had. And really, he was just a really strong, slightly stronger than most normal guys, slightly faster than most normal guys. You also can't get drunk. Like, Captain America really showed off his power set in the original film. This one, it shows her to an extent, but I never feel like it's as super heroic as it could be. I always felt like this was holding back for me. There was something more that we could see. That's why that's the only thing that permeated throughout the movie. It's like, alright, there could be more. But with that being said, really good action, mostly good acting. I'm still not sure about Gal Gadot. Her acting's good, but forgettable. She's a forgettable Wonder Woman. Like, if they changed her, I'd be like, oh, okay. She's not fantastic. She's not bad. She's just passable. I constantly am like, you are a passable person. It's not Tom Holland as Spider-Man, who he's just adorable as can be, and he's just as precocious as possible. You're like, oh, you were just a sweet kid. Or even... sorry, I'm going blank on my words. Or even like Ben Affleck's Batman, who's actually, he does feel like or his Bruce Wayne, he feels like Bruce Wayne. He feels kind of like he could be a playboy, a little bit of a player, and also he feels like he's a smarmy smart ass at times. He's one of the first Batman that can actually make Bruce Wayne somewhat interesting, though he is on the bit of the whiny side, which I'll blame a bit on Zack Snyder.
Yeah, we can blame that on the writing.
Yeah.
I would say Ben Affleck doesn't do a bad job in Batman vs Superman. It's just the material that he's given to work with. It's just...
Yeah, it's horrible lines after horrible lines. You're like, oh, God. This one, writing's much better except for, the villain. That's the other thing. I feel like Wonder Woman had no real villain to face throughout this whole thing. Like, they kept mentioning...
Like, the war was the villain.
Yeah, but it never felt like... It's like, it's not a threat to her in any way. Yeah. And that's the issue, like, we have with a lot of Superman movies. It's like, we have to have a villain who feels like a genuine threat. It's hard to do that always. Sorry, pardon me, y'all. So, yeah, I will say this is a very good movie. Has a few flaws that stand out quite obviously. Yeah. That's the reason why I don't get this, like, I hate to be one of those people, I'm not getting this super adoration with it. It's like, it's pretty good compared to the rest of the DC Universe, and it's actually a pretty good movie on its own, but it's nothing you're going to say, this is a top 10 best comic book movie of all time. Yeah. I don't even know if it's top 20, because there's been so many good ones lately. Like, it is a good movie that...
Well, it depends on what the rest of the year looks like.
Well, we've gotten some pretty good stuff so far, so I mean, maybe.
I'm not looking forward to the Mummy, though.
Well, I was just going to say, when we talk about comic book movies, I mean, we still have Thor Ragnarok. And then we have Justice League in November as well. Yeah, it's a still thing. That is Zack Snyder mostly directed, and Joss Whedon is just kind of coming back behind doing some stuff, supposedly. So, since I've kind of... Just to let you know, I actually fairly enjoyed this movie, even though I may have zoned out a little here and there, and I was like, okay, back to the movie.
And you keep bitchy moaning about the flaws, so it doesn't really seem like you enjoy the movie.
Like I said, there is actually... When the action is good, the action is fantastic. the only thing, like I said, I just poke fun at the fact it's like, Kame! I expected to hear Wonder Woman start doing it. That was hilarious to me. But other than that, it's like the two major action sequences beforehand, the beach landing at Themyscira and the No Man's Land battle, that more than... That's enough to go see this movie in theaters. I would say go see it in theaters. It's actually worth it. I don't know about 3D, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, like I said, the music was on point. Yeah, during the No Man's Land scene, I was like, I about cried. Like, oh, it was so inspiring. Like, her just, like, charging in, and her inspiring them to charge in behind her. And it's like, oh, yes. Like, it's like, we can do this.
Now, here's where I'm going to be the asshole tactician. Germans had already figured out a way to get around the whole fucking tunnel network, pretty much trench warfare and everything, using blitzkrieg tactics.
Blitzkrieg up.
No, what it was a combination of like machine guns that would constantly be firing, keeping guys' heads down while guys are just running forward, stabbing them all to death. It was actually a really effective tactic and almost won the war for the Germans in I think September of 1917.
History lesson number 2.
I am your pot of history. So, what would you give this movie as a final score?
I'm going to give it an 8.
Give it an 8? I was kind of on the fence about whether it's a 7 or it's an 8. It really seems how I'm talking because I seem almost very negative about it. I would give it more of a 7, but I'd agree with you. I think this is an 8 movie.
Yeah, while I was watching it, I too was like, okay, it's like maybe a 7, maybe an 8. Kind of movie. It's like it's like, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, you're not going to walk out of this theater like Batman vs. Superman and go, the fuck was that?
I want my money back. I want those 2 hours back.
Or Suicide Squad where you're going, I don't know what's going on. And why is this so boring? But...
And why was Enchantress twitching?
It's the funniest damn thing ever.
It's like, it doesn't look like she's casting magic spells. It looks like she's...
Looks like she suddenly got Parkinson's and can't figure out what the hell's going on with her body.
It looks like she's either, like, on drugs and seizing because of them.
Put a wall in her mouth. Put a wall in her mouth.
Or it looks like she's, like, trying to dance and just can't quite figure it out. Can't quite find the rhythm.
She looks like Megan dancing. You just flipped me off. Doesn't matter.
I know.
I said you just could. You don't have to pick up your purse and make it weird and awkward.
Yeah. I just think it's funnier that way.
Yeah, it's this is an 8 movie. You're gonna enjoy watching theaters. Don't watch in 3D. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't see that it would add anything to it.
No, it's like there's not.
So maybe like during some of the fight scenes, maybe, but overall it's like, you can miss it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, go for this for the action. Just warning, the story's a little generic. You've seen it before.
Yeah, a little bit lackluster.
Yeah, you've seen it done better, and
I still enjoyed it though.
yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh god, worse, no.
I mean, I still enjoy the story.
Yeah, you've seen it done better in Captain America: First Avenger. You've seen it done better in Thor: Dark World. Ironically, considering who the director is, same like. But it's not a movie that, or it's not a story you're just going to be like I said, the worst thing ever. Maybe you have the same issues with the villain. Maybe you like the villain. Maybe you feel more of his fear. I don't know. So, yeah, that's our review of Wonder Woman. So, yeah, we'll be back next week with The Mummy. Just to let y'all know, my job schedule has changed on me again. I am now working Wednesdays through Saturdays, but I'm working days, so these should still be coming out on some other times. If not, they might start coming out on Mondays. Just depends upon how I get them uploaded and everything. I'm going to try and still keep them on Sundays for the most part, or late Sunday to me. To me, 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday is technically still Sunday. Magic jump cut! Sorry, camera died. As you said, probably going to cut out a little bit what Megan was saying, but yeah. As Megan was saying, though.
It's not tomorrow. It's not the next day for him.
Until I sleep.
Yeah, until he goes to sleep.
To be fair, that's because I'm used to working nights. You work from 7 o'clock to 5:30 in the morning and see how weirded you are about trying to say it's the next day. It breaks your brain.
Yes, I know. You're gonna be so happy to see the sun again.
Hell no, the sun looks like it's like, ah.
It's like my old friend.
I would say darkness, but it's not very dark. Alright, so yeah, next week we shall have the Mummy. If we see anything else, I'll let y'all know, and I'll probably do a quick roll for you. Probably be just me, because I know other crap Megan doesn't care about. So, we will see you next week with the Mummy, and hey, at least we don't got to see trailers for it anymore. There's that.
I would say one good thing about it coming out, quit seeing trailers was like,
we didn't see a trailer for the Mummy, I think, in front of everything we've seen so far this year, except for Monster Trucks.
Last Night or Dark Night or what?
Last Night.
Yeah.
I'm getting so tired of seeing that trailer. I'm like, I don't know what this movie came out.
Same damn trailer over and over. Like, at least the Mummy, they try and vary it up a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, so the Mummy will be next weekend, and of course, y'all remember what's coming out the rest of this weekend. If not, go watch our video again. So yeah, we'll see you next week with the Mummy stuff. Bye-bye, everybody.